Good morning and welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tom and Joanne. I'm Joanne Taranto.
And I'm Tom Matthews. And today, Joanne and I are mixing it up. Coffee with Tom and Joanne came out during the pandemic in 2020. And during that time, I think Joanne and I went like 8 or 9 months without seeing each other. And we recorded every week on Zoom with two of us and 2 different Zoom screens.
We were both too scared to have COVID at the same time, and the whole business would go down.
Exactly. Exactly. So we are mixing it up. Joanne's in a mastermind session for the top 30 under 30. So that's a group of realtors who have all been recognized by Realtor Magazine as being top realtors under the age of 30. And so Joanne just got that award last year, right? So
just yesterday.
Just yesterday. And so one of the things is a lot of the people watch us and they're like, hey, you guys do an awesome job, but you got to mix things up.
Yeah.
So we said, all right, let's mix it up by sitting in Joanne's newly renovated kitchen and record Coffee with Tom and Joanne. Just mix it up a little bit, bring you guys some new things. But what we want to do is we want to bring content to buyers, sellers, realtors, and people in the industry of what you should know about buying real estate in the greater Boston area. So, topics we love to talk about, Joanne.
Yeah. I mean, so if you've been watching these videos, we have touched on pretty much everything. And what we're trying to do now is we're switching into doing some more on location stuff. So yesterday we shot some footage while we were intaking a new listing so that you can see what that process looks like for us. And then also just to be able to tangibly show some of the things we're talking about. So yesterday we talked about a little bit about plumbing, a little bit about electrical, heating systems, air conditioning. And what we also want to share is like tips and tricks, right? Tips and tricks of things. If you don't know how old something is, like what's a way that you can kind of sleuth your way through finding out how old an air conditioner is if somebody doesn't know what it is?
Yeah, I mean, with the interest rates rising and prices being high, real estate is really expensive right now. And it's really critical to try to do your best to not make mistakes on your acquisition. Yeah. And also on your sale, make sure you maximize your dollar. And, Joanne and I, we've been working together for 20 years. So it's 40 years of combined experience. I love that phrase, 40 years of combined experience. But additionally, we are constantly taking classes. So Joanne's in mastermind sessions. I'm always taking classes. I have the CRS designation, which is basically the PhD of real estate education. And we want to try and bring that information to people to help them have a better buying and selling experience. And we're always looking for people to call us who want to interview. We had an interview last night with a young couple who's been trying to buy a home for 1.5 years, unable to secure a property. And so they interviewed with us last night and they want to hire us to be their buyer agent. And one of the things they liked was that we sent them a YouTube video that we created. Gives them 30 minutes on education on what all the buying process steps are. And we also sent them to create their needs wants list. And they said in an hour, we gave them more information than they had gotten in the last 1.5 years. Yeah. And they said, man, we wish we had this information before. And that's really what we are all about, is educating the consumer. Right. We want to educate people so they can have a great experience.
Yeah. And I mean, buying real estate should be fun. Selling real estate should be fun. But if you don't know what's coming next, if you don't have an overall understanding of the process, if you don't understand some of the things that can come up, stressful. And so we want people to have a good experience. So we try to teach you as much as we can. We are posting these videos on our YouTube channel. So you should definitely look us up on YouTube, and we'll have all these tips and tricks and videos with educational pieces posted for you there.
Yeah, and I think this is just a great intro to kind of like mix things up again, try something different, see who's actually watching our videos. And if you do watch them and you have topics that you'd love to hear about, leave us a comment. We're always looking for ideas of what people would love to hear about, whether it's seller related, buyer related, or realtor related. Or
if there are particular industries you want to hear from, if we should have more mortgage people join us, insurance people, financial planners. We're looking to have people join us to talk about how their tangent industry works well with ours.
Awesome. Well, thank you for watching another edition of Coffee with Tom and Joanne. I'm Tom Matthews.
And I'm Joanne Taranto. Cheers.
Perfect. We can clip that.